letting people know, like, now I can explain decisions I made with a clear head. You know what I'm saying? Like, back then, I really didn't know shit. I was just trying shit out, so I shouldn't have been so vocal about it.
Iman Shumpert has to make a one-time 7-figure payment to Teyana. What? That's crazy. What is that about, roundabout? What do you think?
$1 million or more.
It would be like my healing chapter. I was learning about that. A lot of wounds are being closed.
Stop scrolling, because what happened inside that courtroom between Iman Shumpert and Teyana Taylor is something fans will be talking about for years. Cameras flashed relentlessly, whispers rippled through the room. Every seat was filled with tension, anticipation, and disbelief. And somewhere between the legal arguments, the side glances, and the heavy silence, a side of Iman Shumpert the public had never seen suddenly broke through raw, emotional, and completely unguarded. Meanwhile, across the room, Teyana Taylor stood composed, poised and unshaken. Calm, controlled, focused. And by the time the day ended, insiders say she walked away with a divorce settlement reportedly worth $10 million, a victory that was as emotional as it was financial. For years, fans viewed Iman and Teyana as one of the most admired power couples in entertainment. They had undeniable chemistry, shared success, a beautiful family. They were praised for their creativity, their love, and what appeared to be an unbreakable bond. On the outside, they represented everything people admire in a celebrity marriage, but as we've learned time and time again, what looks perfect on the surface often hides deeper cracks underneath. Behind closed doors, sources say the reality was far more complicated. Like many relationships, theirs wasn't immune to pressure. And when you add fame, money, constant scrutiny, and personal ambition into the mix, even small cracks can grow into deep, irreversible fractures. Divorce is never easy. But when it plays out in a courtroom under bright lights, cameras, and public judgment, the emotional weight becomes unbearable. Friends close to the situation say what unfolded that day wasn't just a legal dispute over assets, it was a confrontation years in the making. Years of unspoken frustrations. Years of emotional distance. Years of pain finally colliding in one public moment. From the second they entered the courtroom, the energy shifted. Family members and close friends sat silently, watching every move. The energy shifted. Family members and close friends sat silently, watching every move. Lawyers stood ready, armed with arguments and documents. Cameras captured every expression, every pause, every shift in posture, moments that would later dominate headlines and shock fans worldwide. The stakes were incredibly high, and insiders say the battle wasn't only about money, it was about control, about emotional investment, about validation, about who would walk away feeling heard and who would feel defeated. Those close to Teyana say the reported $10 million settlement wasn't just a financial outcome. It symbolized something much deeper. It represented her reclaiming her independence, her voice, her identity, her ability to move forward on her own terms. Inside the courtroom, the atmosphere was described as electric. Lawyers presented arguments with intensity, but even their voices couldn't drown out the emotional undercurrent in the room. Every glance exchanged between Iman and Teyana carried history. Every sigh spoke volumes. Every moment of silence felt heavier than words, and then came the moment that stunned everyone. In one of the most talked about scenes of the proceedings, Iman Shumpert broke down. Witnesses say the emotions hit him all at once, like a wave he couldn't fight anymore. It wasn't just about money. It wasn't just about legal loss. It was about watching the life he believed was secure unravel in real time. It was about realizing that fame, success, and status offer no protection from heartbreak. Tears were visible. Frustration spilled over. Long pauses filled the room as he struggled to compose himself. For a man the public had always seen as confident, composed, and controlled, this moment revealed something entirely different. Vulnerability. People who had only ever known Iman as strong and unshakable were suddenly witnessing his most human side, exposed, emotional, and overwhelmed. The courtroom went silent, and then there was Teyana, poised, unmoved. She didn't raise her voice. She didn't react emotionally. She didn't break down. She listened. She followed the proceedings carefully. She maintained a presence that radiated quiet confidence. Friends say her composure wasn't coldness, it was strength. Strength built over years of navigating challenges behind the scenes. Strength built from protecting her heart. Strength built from making the difficult decision to choose clarity and closure over chaos. The reported settlement wasn't just a legal win. It was personal. Insiders say it symbolized autonomy, freedom, a statement that she would no longer be underestimated, sidelined, or defined by a relationship that no longer served her. Fans watching closely noticed the contrast. Iman visibly struggled to hold himself together while Teyana appeared grounded, steady, and fully aware of her worth. That contrast alone created a narrative that had everyone watching on the edge of their seats. And once news of the settlement leaked, social media exploded. Some fans expressed sympathy for Iman, saying the moment felt painfully public and emotionally raw. Others rallied behind Teyana, praising her strength, resilience, and determination to secure the life she wanted. Post-divorce. Comment sections filled instantly. Hashtags trended. The debate split the internet. Was this about money? Or was this about power? Industry insiders say the outcome quietly shifted perceptions behind the scenes as well. Celebrities, influencers, and colleagues were reportedly watching closely, reassessing how they viewed both Iman and Teyana. For years, the public saw a flawless partnership. But what happened in that courtroom proved that perception is rarely, really, the full story, and the emotional impact didn't end when the court session did. Sources say the aftermath has been heavy for both parties. For Iman, it's reportedly about accepting loss, not just financial, but emotional. The loss of partnership, the loss of shared dreams, the loss of a future he believed in. For Teyana, it's about stepping into independence fully, about building a future that belongs entirely to her, about moving forward without unresolved conflict hanging over her life. Friends close to the couple say this moment marked a true turning point. Not a pause, not a break, but an ending. While some fans still hope for reconciliation, insiders suggest that what happened in that courtroom was definitive, a clear signal that Teyana has emotionally moved on, while Iman is still processing what he says. Lost. What makes this story so compelling is the humanity behind it. We often view celebrities through filters, red carpets, social media posts, interviews that hide struggle. But moments like this pull the curtain back. Seeing Iman Shumpert breakdown isn't about shame or judgment. It's about witnessing the real cost of love, fame, and high-stakes relationships. And for Teyana, this moment represents more than legal closure. Insiders say this is the beginning of a new chapter. One defined by clarity, independence, and control over her own life. It's not just about paperwork or numbers on a settlement. It's emotional, it's symbolic. It's the culmination of years spent balancing motherhood, career ambition, public scrutiny, and private pain. For her, this win offers space to breathe, to prioritize her children, to rebuild daily life, and to focus fully on her career without lingering disputes weighing her down. Fans who have followed her journey through heartbreak, through quiet struggles, through moments she never shared publicly, feel the impact of this victory deeply. They see a woman who endured, who fought, who reclaimed herself. But the question everyone is asking isn't only about Teyana, it's about Iman. How does someone heal when the world witnesses their private pain? How do you recover when your most vulnerable moment becomes public conversation, dissected online and in headlines? There's no quick answer. Healing doesn't follow a timeline. For Iman, this moment may become one of reflection, a chance to process mistakes, to understand where things went wrong, and to grow beyond the patterns of the past. Meanwhile, the public watches closely. Every appearance, every statement, every subtle shift becomes part of the story. This isn't just about court decisions, it's about life after love. About navigating emotions under the spotlight. About reclaiming identity when the world has watched you fall apart. As the dust settles, that reported $10 million settlement represents far more than money. For Teyana, it means closure, validation,